Yesterday was the most violent day in Iraq since U.S. forces pulled out of the country's major cities. If the violence continues or escalates, should the U.S. intervene?
No, it's an internal matter.
Yes,
Why?
because they need the help.
Violence is, of course, going to occur, and we have to be prepared for that. But U.S. intervention and sending more forces there is not the answer.
Yes.
Why?
I think it is the U.S.'s obligation since we toppled the regime of Saddam Hussein and allowed democracy into Iraq.
Do you think Iraq is vulnerable to civil war now that U.S. forces have left urban areas?
I think it's always been vulnerable to civil war. I don't know if it's increased or otherwise, but it's always something to look out for.
Situation in the north with the Kurds in the north, if they can get the distribution of the oil and the distribution of the wealth properly, if they can really make that fair and that work, then I think there will be less of a chance of civil war.
The unstable situation that it is in right now, and politically, spiritually, economically, that's a great possibility. Yes, the civil war is a reality.
I think the challenge for Iraqis now is to sort of overcome the differences between the Sunnis, Shias, and Kurds. And I think if they manage to do that, they have a chance.
All U.S. troops are expected to leave Iraq by the year 2012. Do you think that's an appropriate time frame?
Yes,
Why?
because the sooner the better.
I think it's appropriate, but I'll believe it when I see it. I just don't know if that's going to actually happen or if they're going to push back the timeline.
2012 is a reasonable time for a pullout to give the country a heads up as to try to lay some kind of foundation to stabilize the indigenous government.
I would like to see it expedited even sooner than that, but the sooner the better. 2012 sounds better than 2014.